September 22nd, 2025, 3:30. Oh, it's a little bit late now. Okay, let us move on to getting approval for our minutes for August 25, 2025. First of all, I need a motion to bring it to the floor. Miss Marcia, and Mr. Daniel. Okay. Are there any corrections, changes, comments? Okay. Since there are none, let us vote. What's that? Okay, thank you. The vote's unanimous. Okay, and now let us move on to our informational items. And we first have the August collection and transaction report by our county clerk, Miss Rachel Parker.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You all have the report in your packet.
Yes.
And there's nothing new to add to it at this time, unless anyone has questions.
Are there any questions or comments? We're asking Ms. Parker to give us just a brief explanation of the monthly resolution list. If you all recall from last month, a question came up requesting more clarity about it. So you can take it
right
here.
Member McCann had asked about the monthly resolution report because she had saw on there a name that she didn't feel was tied to that particular property. And so she had asked me prior to the meeting about the report, but since I didn't generate it, I did not have the answer for her. And then she also asked the treasurer when Brandon came up. So after that, Brandon and I met and we did some digging. And I just shared with each of you the answer that I had sent to Member McCann and to Member Duncan. So it's basically saying that the report is generated by Joseph Myers, which is our county trustee. Each month they send that report to Megan that goes into the packet for you all. And then I broke down and you can read it. I'm not going to read it word for word, but it's basically telling you that it's the properties that did not sell at the tax sale that the trustee owns. And they explained to me how they work with trying to get the homeowners to get those properties back. But when they don't, then those go into the surplus auction. And so it's those properties that appear on that list for you all to approve that move forward. So that is the breakdown of that report.
Are there any questions or comments in this regard? I feel that when we see this report every month, sometimes we could skim right past it and not really understand it. So I appreciate, Marcia, your question. Did you have another comment? Okay.
I appreciate her asking the question.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get things and you only focus on what pertains to your particular office or what, I focus in on the $101 because that's what I know comes to our office. But sometimes you just get overwhelmed. I'm sure you guys get so much information in your packets and you look at certain things on all of these reports. And sometimes things aren't explained as clearly, or maybe you're figured you don't need to know any more about that for whatever reasons. But I appreciate her bringing that forward as well, because I've only been on the job 5 years, but it's still a learning curve. And then I appreciate working with Brandon and even Chad's office. Whenever we need anything, we've got great working relationships, and I think the board would be proud of the fact that we all work together to do what we need to do.
And do I understand that this report then goes directly to Brandon's office or your office?
We get it with the checks, and then we process it from there.
Okay, and so the report that we can see here as far as the resolution list You generate that.
It ends up in my office with
Yes.
the checks and
Okay.
and the payments for those particular properties
Great.
to take care of the back taxes on it.
This is good to know.
And then also I passed out to everyone just because I had extras of these. They're just little table tents. I think Sharon has hers up on the ledge.
Oh, extras.
But you can put them in at any particular business. I've been trying to take them to the various libraries, but it does have our app on there. And from our app, you can also access the sheriff's and the circuit clerk. So it does come in handy when people are trying to find out information about the courthouse.
Good. This is usually there's always questions outside of where we are, different people we see every day, and they're asking questions about sometimes other departments, and it appears that this is responding to that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Anybody else? Very good. Thank you again. Okay. And then moving on. Just going on. Let me get on here. Okay, and let us move on to our County Election Commission report. Miss Elizabeth Gannon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I have, I know that we have drilled this into you, but I just want to put those dates out one more time. We have filing quickly approaching, District 150 filing. There is a seat in the Central District and the Northern District that is up. That filing period begins next Monday, September 29th, and it goes through October 6th. Established party filings for Peoria County positions, Peoria County Board, and Precinct Committee people. That begins on October 27th and goes through November 3rd. If you have any questions on your packets, how many signatures you need, all that information is on our website, or you can feel free to call our office and a member of the staff can help you with that.
Yeah. And as most of us should be aware that the odd numbers for the county board members are running now. Anyone with an odd number like myself? Are there any questions or comments? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to take an opportunity to thank you again for coming to our board meeting last month. That was very special. Came out of the blue there, but I very much appreciated you coming and
thank you
and acknowledging
yes,
that service. So thank you again for doing that.
Scott, for asking us to do this for
Scott.
you. Okay. Let us move on to the Supervisor of Assessment Board of Review, Mr. Chad Jones.
Hello.
Hi.
Right now we're working in our office on board review appeals coming in. The deadline for board review appeals is September 29th. So those are coming in. We have a big report that we have to turn into the state of Illinois, an abstract. So we've been working on that for the last, I don't know, week and a half or so. So hopefully we're getting there on that. So informationally, that's all that a lot of exemptions coming in. When the second installment was due last week, people realized they didn't renew some exemptions, so we have a lot of people coming into those. So we're working on that too.
Are there any questions or comments for Mr. Jones? And then we'll ask you to address the other item once it comes up for our resolution. Thank you. Okay, and then now we'll have our treasurer's report from Mr. Brendan Martin.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So we are through the second installment collection. We are at 94% paid, so we only have 6% left. Hopefully we get that narrowed down, hopefully into just a 1 or 2% before we have to go to the sale, which is November 10th. So mailers and publications in the newspapers will be in the next few weeks. Obviously, plenty enough time due to state statute to get that out there, but November 10th will be when the auction will take place.
Yes, yes.
Everything else has been good. We've been
Mhm.
crunching along and staying on top of everything. So
Well, are you able to remind us of the period once you send out that information when the auction takes place? What time frame are they allowed? Weeks, months?
to make a final payment or to get
Yes, to
in,
settle, make a settlement. If there's an auction going out for their particular piece of property, is there a time frame for that?
yeah, I believe it's the 26th or 28th is they have to get it
Oh, they have to
finalized.
actually get it in by that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So they are notified on that November
That-
20th.
They get certified mail sent to them. We have a
Okay.
big mailer that goes out. There's about
Good to
roughly
know.
2,500. We budget for 2,500 parcels or mailers,
Mhm.
and those will go out to them certified, and then they'll have that extra 2 weeks after that to get that paid. So
Okay. So most people pretty much know to expect that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and it's a lot of repeating properties that
Yeah,
have already been sold
okay.
in the past as well. So
Mhm. Are there any other questions, comments? Ms. Marcia?
I don't know anything about like the whole sale auction process. Can you just give me a really brief, like the mechanics of how it actually works?
absolutely. So you have to register as a tax buyer. We give plenty of notification for that. It'll be on the website. You sign up. You have to get your documentation turned in with us, and then it's all done by USB drive sticks. And you come in and you pick the parcels. You preload on the USB drive which parcels you would like to place an auction for, and it's all a computer-generated process that picks the lowest interest rate. So it has to be the lowest interest rate and then the first one to come in. But in this process, there's a lot of ties, so they use a generated automated process. It's an approved, kind of like a lottery that picks those, and then that person wins it.
So essentially, it's all just like online workings.
You'll come here with the flash drive.
Okay.
And then it gets stuck into a machine that registers it all, and it's not like where they used to do it, where you bid and you have a number and stuff like that, which took forever. It's all pretty quick.
So could somebody just come and like observe?
Sure, yeah, it's open to the public. You just wouldn't be able to bid because we have it filed before that time frame.
And then where does this all happen at?
It's all web based. So, and then Joseph Meyer will notify who the winners are, and then you have so many days to get the payment.
Okay.
It's pretty fast. So, I haven't witnessed it, but I've been told it's very seamless from what it used to be. So,
Can we find that procedure on your website as well?
that's a good question.
Mhm.
I'll make sure. If it's not, I'll get
Okay.
it on there. So,
Thank you.
I think it does link off to how the process works, but it's not actually on there right now. But
Okay,
I'll double check that.
sure, appreciate it.
Yep.
That's a good question, Marcia. Any other questions, comments? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to, just a moment. I think I had got off my screen. If you would hold on just. Just one. I'm back home. All right, let us move on to our, oh, wait a minute, one more thing. The Veterans Assistance Commission, there will be no report for that. Mike, did email, and there was something going on at his office. So we'll receive his report the next month. Now let's go on to our resolutions, and there are two, and the first one is for our delinquent monthly taxes for the month of, what is it, September 2025, and there are 23 items. So I need a motion to bring it to the floor. Mr. Matt and Ms. Sharon, okay. Are there any questions or comments? Now that we have some little more information, we can understand it a little bit better. Okay. Okay, if not, let's vote. Okay. Motion has passed unanimously. Thank you. All right. And then we have a second resolution, and that is in regards to intergovernmental agreement with Limestone Township. Ms. Sharon and someone else, and Ms. Marcia. And I'm going to ask Mr. Jones if he would come up and kind of give us a briefing on exactly what's going on, bring us up to date on this.
Okay. Limestone Township has had an elected township assessor, and she decided not to run. So effective January 1st of 2026, they will not have a township assessor. So we kind of saw this coming and had some meetings with Derek Romer, the Limestone Township supervisor, and tried to put together something that would kind of be proactive, seeing that this was coming on the horizon. The state statute allows for the county, through the supervisor assessment's office, to assume assessing duties if a township doesn't turn their books in. But we have to wait until like June 15th for that to happen, and things get pretty tight. So we thought if we were able to get an intergovernmental agreement together, we could just get the ball rolling earlier in the year, and there'd be some better opportunity for planning on the part of the township, planning on part of the county. Limestone's the second biggest township. There's a lot of commercial property there. So we would want to hire a part-time assessor to help us with the assessing of the township. To be qualified to be an assessor, you have to have certifications. You have to be a certified Illinois assessing officer. So it isn't just something that someone can just throw their hat in the ring in an election or something. There has to be some planning, and they have to take some courses,
Sure.
pass some tests, and that kind of thing. So we think that this will be at least a 2-year commitment, possibly a 4-year commitment between the township and the county. I think it's been a pleasure working with Limestone Township Supervisor. He's been real open to suggestion. He's been had a couple things that were important to him that he wanted the county to do, be accessible to the residents of the township. So it's really been a good collaboration. I know that he spoke to Ms. Williams a little bit and some other board members as well. And just I think it'll be good. I think we want Limestone to have an assessor. We like to have local people kind of handling their own township, but I think we can get the township in a little better, the assessments in a little better shape for the next person. I think we'll be able to do that with this agreement, and we still give the constituents of Limestone Township a person to talk to. There's office hours that they want him to be out there or her to be out there weekly, and so I think they'll get good service out there, and it's kind of a win-win for all of us. So happy to answer any questions.
So that'll be a smooth transition for that person who's currently there when she'll be leaving in January. Are we ready to announce who the next person will be? Because I know you mentioned a temporary employee in your report.
It'd be a part-time person. I'm not ready to announce it. I don't know for sure yet. I
Okay.
have some ideas, but yeah, yeah. Sorry. The yeah, no, the state's attorney's office helped with the agreement, obviously, and last week we were able to get the final draft, which is what you guys have.
Yeah, that was very good and thorough.
And according to Derek, he's been keeping his township board in the loop, and they're all they're all on the same page with us. So I think it's a good.
Mhm. So as far as the limestone community, they should not see much of a change. They'll still be able to go into their own office and see us staffing there.
Yeah, there's a person out in the office now who it kind of helps the current assessor. She's going to remain. She can help some of the on data. She'll be there every day. She can help with some of the exemption paperwork, things like that. She's going to remain, and she'll be an employee of the township, continue to be an employee of the township. And then the part-time employee that we'll have here, that person would be out there 6 to 8 hours a week. We'll have them on their website so that people know it'll be scheduled hours,
Sure.
and it should be the same every week. So if people have questions for the assessor, they can go in and talk to that person, and or they can call our office. They'll be able to call the person handling limestone for us. So we think we think we can get it in better shape than it is now.
Good.
That's our plan for the more for the next person that comes in. So we wanted to do at least 2 years because 2027 is a quadrennial where everything has to be reassessed. Everything kind of starts at zero. So we didn't want a new person that may need some training or whatever coming in 2027. So we want to do it for 26, 27 at least, and then they can have us do it for 28, 29, and then after that, if we're still doing it at that point, then we'll have to kind of figure out where we're going from there. So the hope and plan by all parties is that they'll get a new assessor in the next few years. So.
Any questions or comments? You made in the report, it makes mention of the expenses and revenues, dollars. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we'll have to hire someone on a part-time basis. That person will have to be a certified Illinois assessing officer. They would have, an hourly wage. They would have some travel expense. We put in some money in case we have to get them a laptop or something like that, but they'll able to work out of the county office or able to work out of the Limestone Township office. And, hour-wise and stuff, we think we have things pretty well nailed down in terms of the numbers, and Limestone is covering it. I mean, so.
So those particular numbers will cover that person's expenses.
Yes, that's the plan. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. Any questions, comments?
Yes.
Ms. Marcia.
Do you anticipate having difficulty getting someone in this position with those qualifications to be willing to agree to just a part-time position?
I've had some preliminary conversations, and I'm pretty confident that I've got a person in mind that'll do it. So, I just haven't. It just hasn't been agreed to, so I don't want to speak for someone, or, but I've had conversations. I've got a plan B if that doesn't work, but I'm confident.
Any other questions, comments? Okay. I see there are none. Let's vote. Okay, the vote passed unanimously. Thank you. And thank you for all that good information, and we'll just look forward to the next report.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the administration, finance, and Megan over there that helped out. This was my first resolution, so thank you.
All right. And moving on to discussions. Are there any discussions to be made?
Madam Chair, you can let the committee go first, but once the committee is gone, I've got one announcement. You can let the committee go first, but once the committee has you've gone around the horseshoe asking the committee, I do have one.
Looking, Sharon, Matt, no, there are none.
Right. Madam Chair, we're going to ask the committee to have a special meeting the day of the October board meeting. We'll set a time, but in that 5 o'clock ish hour to bring forward a committee action item and which deals with assignment of tax sale certificates, and then a resolution which is from the treasurer's office that we weren't able to bring forward today based on timing of when packets come in and whatnot. That is which is moving some money within his budget under your rules. If we add money to personnel lines throughout the course of the year, that requires board approval. Treasurer's going to move some money from a commodity or contractual line up into his personnel line to get some temp staff in for the end of the year. And to do that, it does require the board's approval. So pretty straightforward, but we'll put all that information together for you, get that packet out, and we ask for a special committee meeting the day of the board meeting.
Yes, okay. Thank you. And like Scott mentioned, we'll receive that in a timely manner so we can know further what else is going on with that. Okay. Thank you for that. Public comments. Let's see. No public. I see there are none. Miscellaneous. There are none. This meeting is adjourned.